Urgent, my friend. After 2 losses that shook Eagles Nation's confidence, a potentially game-changing trade is on the radar, and you'll find out all about it here, firsthand. The Philadelphia Eagles are facing issues at cornerback, and rumors are swirling that a hot prospect from the Seahawks could be arriving to bolster the defense. If you're a true fan, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because this move will shake up the season and could be just what time needs to react. The Philadelphia Eagles entered the 2025 NFL season with high hopes and a perfect 4-0 record, dominating the league and looking like a serious Super Bowl contender. However, all that momentum hit a serious snag in a matter of days. The Eagles suffered back-to-back losses, first to the Denver Broncos and then to the New York Giants, dropping their 4-0 record to a worrying 4-2 in just 5 days. This sudden change caused a stir among fans and media, sparking urgent discussions about what the Eagles need to do to bounce back before the season gets even more complicated. One glaring area of concern that has repeatedly surfaced is the Eagles' secondary, specifically the cornerback position. In the recent loss to the Giants, the Eagles' defense looked vulnerable despite the absence of key offensive weapons like Malik Neighbors and Jackson Dart. The Giants still managed to dissect the Eagles' secondary and racked up an impressive 366 yards of offense. Spectacular plays were the highlight of the Giants' offense. Lil Jordan Humphrey's jaw-dropping catch, which set him up directly for a touchdown, was just one example of how these defensive lapses led to costly points. Meanwhile, Wan'Dale Robinson electrified fans with a combination of a jaw-dropping touchdown catch and another rushing touchdown that showcased his speed and skill. These dynamic moves have exposed weaknesses in the Eagles' cornerback group, specifically targeting players like Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson, who have struggled to contain explosive gains and prevent big plays on the field. This secondary issue comes as no surprise to those who have closely followed Howie Roseman, the Eagles' general manager. He has a long history of proactively addressing glaring team deficiencies through shrewd and impactful trades. Given the current situation, rumors have even circulated about potential trades involving Seattle Seahawks cornerback Rick Woolen. Woolen is seen as a promising player with the caliber needed to fill the defensive gaps the Eagles are facing, but he is also in the final year of his contract. Seattle's secondary is already very rich in talent, leading them to re-sign Woolen in 2026. Therefore, the Seahawks may be open to negotiations, paving the way for the Eagles to negotiate a trade. If Philadelphia is able to acquire Woolen, it could represent a significant improvement to their defensive backfield, adding depth and much-needed skill to an underperforming position. Woolen's ability to cover receivers tightly, make plays on the ball, and contribute effectively to ground support would carry the Eagles' defense and potentially reverse what has been a problematic solution. Having a reliable cornerback with consistent playmaking would alleviate pressure on other struggling secondary players and improve overall defensive cohesion. The urgency surrounding these trade negotiations is undeniable. As the NFL season progresses, each game has monumental importance, and the Eagles cannot afford to allow defensive deficiencies to lead to more turnovers. Bolstering the secondary could change the momentum and restore confidence to the defense. Howie Roseman's confidence in making the right decisions when the time is right gives fans hope that a solution is on the horizon. In short, the Philadelphia Eagles are at a critical juncture. The initial promise of a dominant season has been tempered by recent setbacks, particularly on defense. The cornerback position has emerged as a key area requiring a quick and effective upgrade. With trade rumors swirling around Rick Woolen and the front office poised to act, there's cautious optimism that the Eagles can bolster their defense in time. Fans are watching closely, eager for this impactful acquisition to stem the bleeding and help the Eagles regain their footing on the road to playoff contention. The Philadelphia Eagles offense, once a powerful force during their fast start to the season, now finds itself at a crossroads after a disappointing and embarrassing loss to the New York Giants. This sudden drop in offensive performance has drawn intense scrutiny from analysts and fans alike, raising questions about what needs to change for the Eagles to get back on track and reclaim their place at the top of the NFL standings. American football analyst and former NFL quarterback Dan Orlovsky offered a blunt critique and a clear recipe for the team's recovery. Orlovsky's assessment leaves no room for sugarcoating. This offense is bad right now. It's not doing well. Despite the Eagles' third-place finish in the league standings, their production has deteriorated significantly, revealing issues with execution, playmaking, and adaptability. For a unit that showed such promise early in the season, this kind of sudden halt is alarming, signaling that adjustments are urgently needed. One of the main problems Orlovsky highlighted is the offense's heavy reliance on the shotgun formation. He said, "They spend too much time in the shotgun formation. You want to get away from the shotgun as much as possible because it's hurting your offense." Overuse of the shotgun limits the offensive coordinator's ability to diversify plays and keep defenses comfortable with their game plan. When an offense becomes too predictable, opposing defenses can focus on patterns, making it much easier to disrupt the Eagles' rhythm and stop drives before they gain momentum. system. This predictability was evident during the game against the Giants, when quarterback Jalen Hurts ran the same play concept 4 times. The result was a crucial interception that shifted the momentum of the game in the Giants' favor. Orlovsky emphasized that consistently running the same plays allows defenses to know what's coming, which ultimately hinders the ability to keep the defense guessing and gain an offensive advantage. This stagnation has made it increasingly difficult for the Eagles to sustain runs, score points, and ultimately win games. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, despite criticism of the offense, publicly supported offensive coordinator Shane Steichen, urging fans and the media to be patient and trust the coaching staff's process. His leadership and trust are crucial as the team navigates this challenging time. Meanwhile, head coach Nick Sirianni acknowledged the team's need for improvement, but remains optimistic about the Eagles' resilience and commitment. Sirianni emphasized that recent team meetings, prompted by the team's struggles, demonstrated the collective determination to find solutions and improve as the season progresses. He said, "I love that we're all coming together, looking for solutions to continue to improve. It's not just about practices or team leaders. The entire team's mindset is, how do we continue to improve and play our best football until the end of the year?" Sirianni's words reinforce a strong culture focused on continuous improvement, where the entire squad feels responsible for contributing moving forward. Looking ahead, Sirianni expressed confidence that the Eagles will bounce back from this setback. "We'll rest, get back up, and keep fighting. There's a lot to recover from. I've been through this before," he said. "There's no panic. It's about getting up, getting back to work, and recovering. It's that simple." His calm and steady approach reflects the reality of the NFL, where ups and downs are inevitable, and the ability to respond to adversity often defines championships. For the Philadelphia Eagles, the path forward involves more than just filling gaps. It requires a fundamental shift in forward strategy, reducing reliance on predictable formations, increasing creativity in playmaking, and diversifying quarterback Jalen Hurts' options will be essential to retooling the offense. This means demonstrating leadership and resilience from players and coaches committed to turning things around, and the Eagles still have a chance to salvage their season. Considering the Eagles' recent defensive struggles, the potential trade for cornerback Rick Woolen, and the urgent need to overhaul their predictable offense, as highlighted by Dan Orlovsky and head coach Sirianni, how do fans think these combined changes affect the Eagles' ability to bounce back and compete for the playoffs this season? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.